Gee, I wonder what kind of spells a magic user that works for a cult would cast. Let's find out. You enter a room at the bottom of the stairs and find a room with two rough tables. At the first table are three bored looking cultists in drab, tan tunics, and at the back table sits another cultist in fine brown robes. When they see you, they stand up and draw daggers, while the cultist at the back blinks out of existence. The basement has a couple of tables in it, and the closest table holds three cultists, and the back table has a cultist mage. The tables are situated right down the middle of the room, so to get to the back table, the players would have to go around the outside of the room and around the first table. We're using the cultist fanatic for the three cultists at the closest table. All three will use the spiritual weapon ability, then move in to attack and melee. When they get into trouble, they may switch to the dodge action and trust the mage and the spiritual weapons to do the damage for them. For the cultist mage, we're just using this mage stat block. In the close quarters, a lot of his area of effect spells won't be as useful. Because of this, he can cast greater invisibility on turn 1 instead of dropping a ton of damage. He can use all of his third level slots to counterspell the first player that casts a spell each round. Or he also has the shield spell to use his reactions for if players get in close to him. If all the cultists are down except for the mage, he may use his cone of cold attack or fireball if he can use it without harming himself, as he's no longer worried about hurting the other cultists. After the fight, the party finds that each of the cultists had 100 gold pieces on them, and the magic user had 2 magic items on him. You can use any 2 uncommon magic items. I went with the Wand of Web that will say was out of charges at the moment, and the other item that I'm using is the Cloak of the Manta Ray, which wouldn't have been any use to him in this encounter anyway. Tomorrow we're going to meet up with the cultist leader and find out what he is doing here in the basement of the cathedral. So come back and check that out. You can also see more videos in the Mega Dungeon right here in this playlist.